والهجرة الانتقال من بلد الشرك إلى بلد الإسلام. والهجرة فريضة على هذه الأمة من بلد الشرك إلى بلد الإسلام، وهي باقية إلى أن تقوم الساعة. والدليل قوله تعالى: إن الذين توفاهم الملائكة ظالمي أنفسهم قالوا فيم كنتم؟ قالوا كنا مستضعفين في الأرض. قالوا ألم تكن أرض الله واسعة فتهاجروا فيها فأولئك مأواهم جهنم وساءت مصيرا. إلا المستضعفين من الرجال والنساء والولدان لا يستطيعون حيلة ولا يهتدون سبيلا، فأولئك عسى الله أن يعفو عنهم، وكان الله عفوا غفورا.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to talk about a very important topic and give some very important insights as well as advice as relates to the obstacles that you will face in making Hijrah. When you are preparing to leave the non-Muslim lands, whether it be a year before or months before or weeks before, many times you will have people who are going to discourage you or will maybe abandon you or not be as supportive of you as they normally would had you been doing something local and having nothing to do with migrating to a Muslim country. When you decide to make sacrifices for Allah and for your religion, somehow Allah exposes individuals and sets you apart from those who don't truly want good. Sometimes they are family members, like Allah even tells us. Some from amongst your wives and your children are enemy to you. And this also extends, to other family members as well. So don't lose heart. Don't be discouraged. This is actually a blessing. And when you feel like someone is abandoning you that you thought should be supporting you, then know that Allah is the one who's going to support you. And He's showing you that He's all you need. You don't need human beings. This is a test. And it's also revealing things that you needed to know that you wouldn't otherwise have known had you not decided to make this journey. And thus these individuals became exposed for their condition or what they are. I'm not trying to incite and say, oh yeah, they're like enemies, they want harm. But some people are just not beneficial in certain areas, in areas of growth. They are not going to come along with you. They are not going to be there for you. It's just the nature of things. Allah exposes what He wills at the time that He wills. It happens all the time to many of us. So I just want to give some encouragement to hold on and to keep going and not give up and turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only for assistance, aid, and strength, because you're going to need it. It's disheartening. It's sad that people that you love, they disappoint you and they let you down, because in the time of need, especially making such a tremendous decision and a life-changing journey you're embarking upon, the people you need the most are not there for you to support you the way that you need. So you have to find the bright side and the highlights in this exposure of people's reality, and keep moving. And know that there's no growth without embarking upon something new. So that's my advice in that regard. Another thing is, growth is also painful. It is painful. It really is. Some individuals think that Hijrah should be a comfortable event. It should be a comfortable journey. They should be as comfortable migrating to a new place, getting adjusted to a new place, as they are sitting in their own home countries. That's not the case. Never has an individual been as comfortable sitting still or and walking or jogging as he is sitting still. I'm sorry. Yeah, never has an individual been as comfortable jogging, sprinting, or doing something strenuous with the body as he is sitting still and doing absolutely nothing. It's just not the nature of things. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be unfamiliar because you're moving somewhere different. You're doing something different. So how could it be familiar and how could it be comfortable? So my advice also would be, get used to being uncomfortable for a time. Allah is going to test you in your journey, because Hijrah is worship. It is worship. We are making Hijrah for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save ourselves, to maintain our religion, to save our souls, so that we can flourish and grow in ways that we cannot grow in non-Muslim territory. The Prophet ﷺ and the companions, once they migrated to Medina, those pillars of the religion, such as jihad, zakat, and hajj, were not legislated. Until they moved to Medina. You cannot grow in a way that you need to grow as a Muslim in a non-Muslim country. You cannot establish certain pillars of the religion, whether that be an iman or the physical pillars that we have to carry out in a non-Muslim land. Those things have to be developed when you get in your own territory, when these religious entities are being facilitated for the Muslim. That does not happen in a non-Muslim land. The growth in a non-Muslim land has a ceiling. It has a cap. It has a limit. And then what happens is, once you reach that cap, that ceiling, that limit, you start to go backwards. We see it all the time. We see it all the time. It's not the final destination. Wherever you started out at, it's not where you're supposed to remain forever. There's another stage. There's another phase that you must get to. And we're being shown that daily. People are hurting in their respective countries that they're living in under non-Muslim leadership and influence. So the only way to remedy the hurt and the pain, the frustration, the stagnation, the seemingly endless striving and holding on and trying to, maintain and struggle for religion, the only remedy to end that is to move to a Muslim country where it is not strenuous to hold on to your religion. It's seamless, actually. It's quite natural. It's facilitated for you. When you make that journey and you transition onto a place where your religion is facilitated for you, your belief is not being onslaughted. You're not fighting to hold on. You're not waking up every day trying to find ways to hold on and be conscious and cautious of and have your guard up against people trying to snatch away your religion, your innocence, your modesty, your brain, your heart. You're not faced with that when you go to a Muslim country. Then you can concentrate on actually growing, living, and implementing the other aspects of the religion other than the fighting aspect. And what I mean by fighting is fighting to hold on. As I mentioned, you got to hold on. You got to hold on. Holding on is when someone is trying to snatch something from you. And that is our condition in the West. Someone is trying to snatch something from you. So you have to hold on to it. No one's trying to snatch anything from you in a Muslim country. As long as you're not in an environment where there is extreme innovation against Sunnah, where you'll be beaten or ridiculed or jailed for being upon the Sunnah, then that's different. And a person should make a lesser hijrah. They should leave that Muslim country and then go to a Muslim country that has more Sunnah, or you're not being persecuted for being upon the Sunnah. That will be a different circumstance. So again, my advice is be patient, be steadfast, put your trust in Allah completely and solely. Know that you are not the one who is going to get yourself out of your country that you're in. Your finances, your skills are not going to get you out. It's not going to allow you to make hijrah. Rather, Allah is going to facilitate hijrah for you. You make your niyyah for His sake alone. You rely on Him alone. You call on Him for aid and assistance, like Allah said, like the Prophet ﷺ said. إِذَا سَأَلْتَ فَاسْأَلِ اللَّهِ وَإِذَا اسْتَعَنْتَ فَاسْتَعِنْ بِاللَّهِ. If you ask, then ask Allah, and if you seek help, then seek help from Allah. Don't let shaitan trick you and have negative thoughts and say things like, oh, well, my finances is this. How can I save this money? How can I? Don't ask yourself, how can I? Allah is al-Ghani, Allah is rich. He gave the riches to the richest men. He gives riches to the richest men. He provides for every single individual who has wealth. Ask Him and He will give you. He's the one who's going to facilitate hijrah for you, not you. So you make the effort, you take the means, and you wait on Allah's assistance, and He will aid you, and He will open doors for you, and He will facilitate you. And you can't have any doubt in that at all. You must have certainty. Whatever you need to do to increase in your iman, to strengthen this certainty, to come to these conclusions, learning Allah's names and attributes, familiarizing yourself with them, getting closer to Him, making more sunnah, reading more Quran, whatever you have to do that so that Allah will send His aid. Allah knows who is truly relying upon Him and who really wants to make hijrah. He knows the hearts. So if you want assistance, then there's some internal work that we all have to do in order to get that. May Allah grant you all success in your hijrah and keep you safe until Allah makes a makhraj for you. Ameen. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Ma salama.